previously with Hamilton and Toronto in 2023 and 2024 respectively. And he cuts through that pitch. It looks like it went off maybe his ankle, the way he reacted there. Yeah, Towers, lots of experience in this. You know, previously IBL, now CBL. Hit .223 last year across all 42 games with Kitchener's. He takes that one inside. 4 home runs, 14 RBI in the season. 1-1 for Benitez. Another one fouled. Towers obviously in some discomfort. Not sure if that one went off of maybe his foot or his ankle again. Fans getting behind Juan Benitez for a 1-2 pitch. Just missed.
That one looked pretty good to me.
Went with the fastball, and it was a brave take from Towers.
Welcome to all our viewers on YouTube. We are officially live. We're back in business, and everything's good to go.
I know you stepped away for a little bit to take care of that business, and I appreciate that. Benitez taking a little second to gather himself. It's a 3-2 count with just one out. Matteo Zappieri on deck. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. Towers goes down looking. First strikeout of the outing for Benitez.
Left fielder, number 1, Matteo Zappieri.
Zappieri steps in. Impressive resume here for Zappieri as he takes a strike. Zappieri played at 3 different Division I schools, went from Seattle to Mount St. Mary's and then Richmond as he pops that one out of play.
And the kids scramble for that one, trying to locate it, and away they go.
It almost becomes a competition in itself. Fans watching the kids go after one single baseball. 0-2 from Benitez. That one's inside. I mentioned Zappieri's college resume because this past weekend it was Selection Sunday for the NCAA tournament. And, you know, I'm a big college baseball fan. I'm not sure if you are, Etienne, but
follow a whole bunch of college ball. Baseball is unfortunately not one of them.
Called strike 3 again. Back-to-back Ks to end the frame for Juan Benitez. Kitchener held scoreless through the first 3 innings. Baycats trying to buck the trend. They're looking to get on the board. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score at Athletic Culture Stadium.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Bottom of the third inning, and our junior Baycat, Madeline, calling the batters from this home half of the third inning, and it's Wandy Cyprian to start it out for the Baycats against Elian Serrata. It'll be Cyprian, Clayton Keys, and Noel McGarry Doyle, 8-9-1 in the Baycats order here in the third. First pitch is up and in. Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch in what has become a beautiful night for baseball.
So when we first got here, I was cooking. I'm in long pants and a long shirt. Wasn't my best plan here, you know, jeans and a long dress shirt, but I'm happy that it's cooled down a little bit, makes it bearable.
Well, the sun's gone down. We're still riding around, between 20 and 16 degrees, I think, for the course of this game. And that one's over the head of Cyprian, 3-1 now. And I was here earlier for some other baseball, and we'll get to it a bit later. I do want to talk about that. But it was beautiful. Sun was out, not a cloud in the sky. One of the windiest outings I've ever had here.
So it was already windy when I was getting here, kind of thing. I was trying to set up all my pages, and they're ripping all over. And a good hit there. Wandy Cyprian gets over to first base, and he'll get held up.
Base hit for Cyprian after a rough game against the Jackfish last week. And it sets up Clayton Keys nicely with one on with nobody out. I'm not sure if we've had a junior Baycat this eager before.
So I was hearing in the pregame, this isn't our friend up there's first time doing junior Baycats, so not as nervous as the others as much.
Deep drive to left field at the track. Zeppieri makes the catch, and he dropped the ball. In and out of the glove. Cyprian on his way to third. He slides in safely. Keys into second. An unfortunate misplay there for Matteo Zeppieri. Looked like he had that catch made, but in and out of the glove, and it cost the Panthers extra bases.
Brutal turn of events there. And Zeppieri, like you said, he had it in hand. That play was as good as dead. We saw Wandy Cyprian there think about turning back there, took his step, and saw it hit the ground and bolted afterwards.
Smart base running on his part. That's going to go down as an E7. First error of the game for either team. They'll turn it back over to the top of the order for Barrie. Noel McGarry Doyle in the infield, in for Kitchener.
This is the man you want at the plate, especially whereas 0 outs here, and you want McGarry Doyle down here. Good chance to send a couple runners home.
Couldn't have asked for a better start to this inning if you're manager Josh Matlow. Having your 8 and 9 guys turn it over with runners on for the top of the order. The 1-0. A breaking ball just low. McGarry Doyle being extremely patient this time around against Serrata. He fouled out to third on the first pitch he saw back in the first. The 2-0. Takes that one for a strike.
So the fans were not particularly keen on that one. First thing I hear is no way.
Yeah, I noticed that Juan Benitez had a little chat with home plate umpire Daniel Newell in between innings. I'm not sure what it was about. 2-1, breaking ball in, and looks like McGarry Doyle went around, says Newell. And 2-0 goes to 2-2. Brandon Hernandez on deck. Nobody out. Keys at second, Cyprian at third. 2-2 from Serrata. Swing and a miss. The tag applied by Ibarra for out number 1. Strikeout number 4 on the day for the Dominican right-hander.
Hernandez up to the plate. Struck out on his first go-around. Looking to right the ship here.
Great RBI opportunity for the Baycats shortstop. Infield still in for Kitchener. A broken bat. That one gets caught by Fuji. A diving snag. And that'll take a ton of relief off of this Panthers defense. Now 2 out.
We were talking about Serrata, how he had a habit of walking batters. Hasn't done it yet, but we were looking at it. 1 hit, 3 strikeouts going into it. Already more than doubled his count, but 0 ERA. Has gotten himself out of all these jams.
You gotta wonder if a guy like him, he's found his niche as a starter compared to coming out of the bullpen. That very much is a habit for a lot of pitchers. They like being a starter as opposed to being a reliever that has to get up at any given moment. But obviously, the first start of the season, it is still early, but working better for Serrata than his previous 2 relief outings. 0-1 here on Edgar Figueroa, who got the first hit of the game off of Serrata, and he lines that one into left field. And it's right there for Zeppieri, who snags it this time for out number 3. Serrata escapes a jam, 2 on with nobody out. The Baycats' biggest threat so far. We go to the 4th inning. Still no score. Panthers and Baycats on Baycats TV.
About doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Renault Liquidation
Depot. Dear to
Depot.
our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
About doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Renault Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Renault Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
I usually don't start until top of the 4th inning, still a scoreless tie between Kitchener and Barrie. Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch, a makeup game from Saturday afternoon in the CBL, and as we talked about earlier, both these teams being affected by rainouts on their schedule. Kitchener had 2 games that they're going to have to make up later on in the season.
They're still waiting on their Welland matchup.
It's tougher now, 48 games on the schedule. It leaves less dates available through the end of August for potential, rescheduled dates. Last year, as far as I remember, there was only a few for the Baycats that had to be rescheduled. But the year before that, I could not remember one. One hopper to Hernandez at second, throwing to first in plenty of time to retire Kiefer for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder, number 67, Yosvani Penalve.
Brings up Yosvani Penalve. 18, I was going to ask you because I've kind of avoided it for now. When I saw these Panthers uniforms for the first time, I didn't know what to think, especially with the blue number on the gray jersey. I'm curious to your thoughts on these new Panthers uniforms.
I'm not entirely convinced. I like the color combo. I think they could have done very, very well, even if you made the jersey itself just a half shade darker, would have been just fine.
That one just inside, off the plate to Penalve, 2-0 count. I like the gray. I like all gray. I like the traditional gray pants and stuff for road games. 2-0. Well, nubber towards shortstop. Adam Odd's going to cut it off. Throw on to first is in time, and they get Penalve. Looked like Pacabroda was coming off the bag, but it stayed on just in time to make the second out of the inning. These almost give me shades of, like, I'm not sure if you remember, but like the older, like, Arizona Diamondbacks jerseys from 5 years ago or so, where they had the all gray and it was like a dark.
Oh yeah, I know
with
what
the
you mean.
teal and their red shades. So, very much made me think of that when I saw these for the first time. First pitch to Malik Williams is outside. Grounded out his first time up against his former team. The 1-0. In there for strike one. Williams with some words for home plate umpire Daniel Newell.
These players not particularly keen on a lot of these calls I'm seeing. It's been almost entertaining.
Seems to be consistent at least. Here's the 1-1. Three hopper to Hernandez. This time another easy play. And another 1-2-3 frame for Juan Benitez. We're still scoreless through 3.5. Baycats coming up again. You're watching Baycats TV.
From Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values. So we can support local and shop local.
There's a place for you here. BKGC.
About doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
And fourth inning sponsor, Leahona Mortgage Investment Corp, delivering targeted investment returns of 6 to 8% with a 1-year maturity. Learn more at leahonamic.ca.
4, 5, and 6, the middle of the Baycats order due up here in the fourth inning. Still no score between Barrie and Kitchener. Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. Ryan Rio trying to get things started. As I mentioned earlier, it's been a tough start to the season for him. Just one hit so far. And really eager to get a piece of that one. Swings right through it.
Well, we noted in his first at-bat, he's either going yard or it's going right past him.
Well, he drives that one into the gap in the right center field. That's going to get down all the way to the wall. Rio going to try for second base here, and it looks like he's going to get there standing up.
And he bobbled it.
Much closer play than it would have looked like, but nonetheless, Rio's in there with the leadoff double.
Rio, not typically your man to see going for extra bases there on an often situation there, but he's going to take his extras when he can, and he's in scoring position.
That's got to be a confidence boost for Ryan Rio, the hometown kid. Shakes hands there with Charlie Towers, a longtime member of this league, as I mentioned. Francisco Hernandez offers, didn't go around, says James Lyles, the first base umpire. Hernandez struck out his first time up against Serrata. The 1-0 is outside.
scenario, big leadoff out at second base.
2-0. That one's well over the plate for strike one. Serrata working quickly. A fastball is lined to short. It looks like it off the glove.
And just over his head. Turning extra. He's got it.
Just off the glove of Petey Kiefer into left field. Rio really had a tough situation there had he come down with it. Only able to move up to third base, and it'll be Hernandez at second with nobody out. And I'm curious to see how that's going to be scored. They're going to score that an error there on Kiefer. I would imagine because Hernandez was able to stretch that into extra bases. So, nope, 4 hits now, so that will be a single and an error. I'll have to check with our official scorer in between innings to see just exactly how that got scored. Looks like a single and an error, but not sure who the error is on exactly. Nonetheless, nobody out, 2 in scoring position for Nolan Macabrota, who slashes that one foul, and it's going to get well out of play on the left side.
This is the position that they were in last inning as well. You know, man on third, man on second, 0 outs. Looking for the Baycats to capitalize this time around.
Macabrota also struck out his first time against Serrata. Yo, 1. Nearly the exact same result. It will get out of play. And that one's into the Panthers bullpen. Yeah, you mentioned it, Etienne. Really the same exact scenario as last inning. 2 on in scoring position, nobody out.
Even down to the error to get him there.
Yeah. Serrata got out of it the first time. Can he do it again? 0-2 to Macabrota. Breaking ball inside.
Just about kneecapped him, but dodged it.
Adam Odd on deck. It's a 1-2 count. Ryan Rio at third. Francisco Hernandez at second. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Macabrota reaches for that one. Goes down swinging for the first out.
Back-to-back strikeouts there. Nolan said in the offseason his one goal was to limit his strikeouts to 1 or 2 a game max. And, well, he's hit his quota.
That's how you know it was that much of an issue for him, that he's saying he's kind of setting a quote-unquote limit for himself for K's in the scorebook here. Adam Odd will step in. Another guy that's noted that he wants to bring down the strikeout total for himself as he fouls that one out of play. He knows he just missed that pitch, and
he's got the only home run so far for the Baycats this season.
well, him and Macabrota had one in the opener. 0-1. Another one flared out of play. Back of home plate.
My apologies on that one. Little fact checking. Turns out it'll do you good.
0-2, Serrata to Odd. Up and away. I'm surprised Panthers are not moving their infield in like they did last inning. They had all 4 infielders on the turf with nobody out and with 1 out. And now with 1 out, they're still staying back. Maybe they can concede this run if they can just get another out to try and get Serrata out of this. That one's inside. Odd having to spin out of the way.
Not exactly convinced that a spin move is part of a baseball player's inventory of moves to dodge, but gonna break that one out anyway.
I bet sometimes when that happens, you wish you just took it on the thigh. Very tight pitch inside. The 2-2 now. near the same direction. Chubavay says no swing. So Odd works it to a full count. Three, 2, 1 out. Second and third here for Barrie. Adam Odd trying to do some damage. The 3-2 fouled into the Baycats dugout. And caroming back out toward first base coach Jeremy Illenbrook.
Speaking of Coach Jeremy Illenbrook, he's got his 22U guys kicking off this Friday. They got their first game coming up, and they also have a doubleheader coming up on the Sunday as well.
Yeah, I know that's your avenue, right?
That is right down the air.
Swing and a miss by Odd. There's 2 out now. Key strikeout there for Serrata. Yeah, this the 22U team really you're maybe this year, especially when it comes to the broadcasting front. I know they had their media day on the weekend. But the key difference this year for Baycats fans, not as many eligible from that squad to come up this year due to the now professional league format. Only those that are playing collegiately in Canada are going to be able to come up should they need to the CBL squad.
So that team consisted of a whole lot of American college players from all across. There's a few Texas and otherwise.
Into the gap and down for a base hit. The throw in from Zeppieri. Hernandez comes in to score on an RBI single from Wandy Cyprian. 2-0 Baycats.
Right fielder number 23.
Exactly what the Baycats needed there from Wandy Cyprian. A little floater into no man's land in left center field. He comes in a second on the throw home, which it looked like Zeppieri had a shot at Hernandez there, but the throw just a tad offline.
So they had him in plenty of time. Like you said, just wide left, forced him off the plate.
Clayton Keys reached on an error his last time up. Baycats on the board first. 2 runs now on 5 hits. The 1-0. Breaking ball in for a strike. Did see a lefty up in the Panthers bullpen. Didn't quite catch who it was. Not throwing anymore. 1-1. Grounder foul past the Panthers dugout. Clayton Keys 1 for 5 on the season, including tonight. Here's the 1-2. It's fouled out of play.
Back and away go the kids again.
Keys an even 250 average over 25 games last year with Barrie. Signed mid-season. Had some time in the Frontier League in between the stint with Hamilton and with Barrie last year. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Keys doesn't like it, but Ibarra knew it. They'll strand a runner at second base. But Barrie gets on the board first. A 2-run single by Wandy Cyprian. And the Baycats have a 2-0 lead as we go to the 5th inning on Baycats TV.
Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community.
Mike's a sub above. Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the fifth inning, and the Baycats now with a 2-run advantage after a 2 RBI single by Wandy Cyprian. Kitchener trying to come back here in the middle of their lineup, due up here in the fifth against Juan Benitez. It'll be Yusuke Fuji to lead it off.
Yusuke Fuji.
First pitch to Fuji, foul back.
Just chipped off the top of the bat there as it came flying back. Bottom of the netting though, so no scared fans today. Or at least not that one.
0-1 for Benitez in his fifth inning of work. That's fouled away, out of play again by Fuji.
Gonna find that one over by my car. At least this time it's not in the at least this time it's not threatening the windshield, so appreciate that one.
0-2, line shot, caught by Macabroda. Little snow cone with his first base trapper there, but brings it down for out number 1.
The catcher, number 48, Junior Ibarra.
Fuji a hot shot there, but great defense. One Gold Glover to another again. Mention Ibarra here who steps in. He's a Gold Glover. The first time last season that the league instituted the year-end kind of all-defense team or Gold Glove teams in the IBL, now CBL. Nolan Macabroda, another one of those selections, one of 4 Baycats last year to earn that honor. That one's up high.
Benitez shook his head there a little bit. Wasn't quite keen on either his throw or the call. My bet is on his throw just being a little bit too high.
2-0. Fly ball into left field. It will stay in the yard. Noel McGarry Doyle makes the catch. An easy out number 2. Ibarra's given it a ride a couple times to left, but McGarry Doyle's been there both times. I'll bring up Josh Williams, who you could argue had the best year of his career last year with the Hamilton Cardinals. All CBL selection, hit .277 over 31 games with 5 homers.
Just stepped his foot subtly out of the way of that one. Doesn't want to take that one off the top of the ankle.
One 0 from Benitez. A fly ball into center field this time. Having a range back is Edgar Figueroa, and he makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. 4 straight 3 up, 3 down frames for Juan Benitez. He's held the Panthers scoreless through 5. Baycats looking to tack on to go to the bottom of the 5th inning here on Baycats TV.
Sub above. Is it the premium meats and cheeses sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans.
BKGC, inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space. Athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is...
Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
And fifth inning is brought to you by One-Eyed Jack Barrie. Bring your same-day Baycats tickets before or after a game and get 10% off your bill.
He's ATN Skitch. I'm Julius Hern. Top of the Baycats order to start off this bomb of the fifth inning. And they got to Panthers starter Elian Serrata last inning. They had a couple other jams that Serrata was able to manage himself out of, but getting a couple across last half inning. His first pitch to McGarry Doyle is outside.
You know we're getting close to summertime when all you can smell around you is bug spray.
On the ground, foul. Every time I tell people I do this, I work for the team and stuff like that, they always are like, oh, the bug's there. That must be hard to manage. I'm like, it's never as bad as you think it is, but some nights are worse than others.
You clearly are not sitting by the right people because I am a magnet.
2-1 now to McGarry Doyle after that pitch was in the dirt. There are some times when it's really bad, especially when it's really humid. The bugs tend to gravitate towards moisture as McGarry Doyle swings and misses at that pitch. There are some times where there will be tiki torches out towards the Baycats bullpen. All the relievers are gathered around there. I remember last year it was like a really cool playoff game. On the ground, second, and through for a base hit. Charlie Towers couldn't catch up to it. That's a leadoff single for McGarry Doyle. I think it was game 1 against Toronto. And it was such a cold night. And the bullpen actually had like a campfire in the bullpen. And I'd never seen that before. I remember we got a couple great shots of it on the broadcast. And I was trying to tell some of our photo video guys, hey, get down there. You're never going to see this again. It was a really fun sight to see. McGarry Doyle the lead at first. First pitch to Brandon Hernandez is up high.
Can't say I ever expected to hear campfire and bullpen in the same sentence.
And a balk is called on Serrata. He faked out McGarry Doyle, who then dove back into first without a throw. Serrata pleading his case on the shoulder turn, but James Lyles, the first base umpire, quick to call a balk there, and McGarry Doyle will move up to second.
Well, it's the second time he's done that similar motion. The first time wasn't called a balk. You could maybe argue that would have been his warning, but it just wasn't voiced as such.
This one definitely looked like it was intentional, very exaggerated in terms of the shoulder turn, like he was, and faking out McGarry Doyle as if he was inching to throw down to first. Nonetheless, runner in scoring position, nobody out for Brandon Hernandez, who faces a 2-0 count. That one's called a strike.
Got to be careful up at the mound of throwing angry, especially after a call doesn't go your way. A couple of balls to lead off the start of this count.
Fouled off by Hernandez. As there is a right-hander looks to be up in the Panthers bullpen. Saw a lefty earlier, but a couple different options available for Kitchener should this be Serrata's last inning. That one's in the dirt, in the legs of Ibarra, and it's going to be an easy advance to third base from McGarry Doyle. Some heads-up base running there on what I believe will be scored a wild pitch. Three-two now. Runner at third, Hernandez. The infield is in for Kitchener. Up the middle, base hit for Hernandez. That'll bring in McGarry Doyle, and it's a 3-0 Baycats advantage.
McGarry Doyle made it halfway around the infield there, simply off pitching errors, whether it was the balk, whether it was the wild pitch, made it all the way to third and made it real easy for Brandon Hernandez just to bring him home.
Talk about manufacturing a run. McGarry Doyle doing just that. That's how much of a threat he is on the bases. Also bring up Edgar Figueroa. 1 for 2 so far. He takes the first pitch strike. Modest lead at first for Hernandez. Pitch to Figueroa is up high. And Hernandez did exactly what he needed to do, put that through the infield. They were playing in on the grass with McGarry Doyle at third base. He didn't change his approach one bit. The 1-1. Swing and a miss from Figueroa.
Agree with you there. They were incredibly split down the middle. You could have fit like 3 Mack trucks wide right down that gap. And, you know, if a Mack truck can fit down there, I'm sure a baseball can too.
Still nobody out. Serrata would love a double play here. The 1-2 in the dirt. Ryan Rio waits on deck.
Malik Williams was sat there holding up his glove, waiting for that throwback. Just never came his way. Maybe a little bit scared off on the balk.
Swing and a miss from Figueroa. He was swinging for the fences there. Another strikeout for Serrata. That's a big one for out number 1.
Ryan Rio.
Made it all the way home on his last one. Opened up with a double. Looking to make his way back around all over again. You're talking about him needing that get-back game, his get right, and this could be his chance.
8 strikeouts now for Serrata. And Ryan Rio cuts through another pitch.
Went into this game with 3. Whole bunch now.
Up and in on Rio. And it's 1-1.
As of right now, that puts him in the league for the lead for the CBL in terms of strikeouts as of this second.
1-1. That one's up high. It was in the dirt again. That seems to be kind of the go-to pitch as a number 4 pitch for Serrata, whether it's 1-2, 2-1. We'll see what Rio's approach here is on 3-1. Hernandez still at first base, 1 out. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Popped up. Back of the infield will be a Charlie Towers ball. And he makes the catch for out number 2.
Second baseman number 0.
So a key second out there for the Panthers, who avoid damage from the Baycats cleanup hitter. But the inning not over yet. Francisco Hernandez looking to drive in his brother.
This Baycats offense has been in gear, 7 hits. And, you know, we'll hear the Kitchener offense more in the next one, and then in the top of the inning rather, but 0 hits still.
One 0 outside. Slight lead from Hernandez at first, and his brother takes another pitch for a ball. 3-0. From Serrata. Bunt showed by Hernandez. It takes it for a strike. Surprised with that approach, maybe. 2 outs, a bunt. Three-one. Breaking ball in, but called a strike. Hernandez doesn't like the call. Tried to turn away from it, and he'll take some time to step out.
Fans didn't like it, he didn't like it, and if I see a spin move, that's probably not exactly the typical strike zone.
3-2, 2 outs. Hernandez off on the pitch, and his brother fouls it down the left side.
And gonna wander his way through the middle of the infield, just taking his sweet time back to first.
3-2, 2 outs. This will be the 96th pitch here for Serrata. Trying to get out of this frame after allowing another Baycats run. 3-2. Popped up and out of play back of home plate. Bit of a larger lead here now from Brandon Hernandez at first, not being held by Josh Williams. Serrata comes set. Another 3-2 pitch. On the ground, left side, through for a base hit. Brandon Hernandez going all the way to third after he was off on the pitch. And Francisco Hernandez keeps this inning alive with a base hit.
That was back-to-back steal attempts. Of course, 2 of them canceled out by those foul balls, but that first one finally gets some merit to it as he makes his way around.
We'll see that very often when 3-2, 2 out, so you might as well be off on the pitch. As we're going to see a visit here from manager Pete Kiefer. And it looks like there was action in the Kitchener Panthers bullpen. Not sure if he was going to give his starter one more batter or what.
So I don't see a signal over to the bullpen to pull him, so I think they're leaving him in and just letting him finish out.
The message might be in this situation, try and finish out this inning, but if you get in a worse situation, time might be up. Baycats have already put up 1 in this inning, and they're threatening again, 2 on, 2 out.
Corners are stacked up, and we talked about earlier, appreciate the correction on that, but Macaroda with that home run early in the season. We saw him earlier today in batting practice put one off the top of the lights over in deep right field. Maybe.
First pitch is high.
So we were standing over there in the dugout with manager Josh Matlow and a whole bunch of the other media guys. When he pulled up for that one, we were all just watching it soar. We weren't sure if he broke the light itself.
very impressive, that distance, as he sees one in, and it's going to be a stolen base for Francisco Hernandez. No throw down to second base, an easy swipe of second. So now 2 in scoring position for Barrie. Well, it looks like a changeup that just caught the outside part of the plate.
No, we mentioned it last time. Back-to-back Ks for Macabrota. Hit his quota.
And that one up the middle, a base hit. 1 run is in. Francisco Hernandez on the way from third. He will score a 2 RBI single from Nolan Macabrota.
Big way to clean it up there. Couple RBIs there.
And here comes Kiefer again, and as we alluded earlier, looks like that's going to be it for Elian Serrata. Couldn't get out of the 5th inning. And the Panthers will dip into their bullpen for the first time today. We'll have more on the new pitcher in the ballgame in just a second. Baycats with a 5-0 lead here, 2 outs in the 5th on Baycats TV.
Hilo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. Baycats still threatening here in the 5th inning with 2 outs. New pitcher in the ball game is going to be right-hander Brett Reed for Kitchener. He'll face Adam Odd to begin his outing. Longest tenured member of the Panthers, Brett Reed. His first outing of 2026. First pitch to Odd is outside.
I was doing my digging there on him and could not find anything for this year, so yeah, that tracks.
1-0 to Adam Odd. Fouls that one into the dirt off of Junior Ibarra. If you're just joining us, Barrie put up 2 runs in the 4th inning on the back of a 2 RBI single by Wandy Cyprian. 3 across this inning. RBI singles by Brendan Hernandez and Nolan Macabrota, the latter of which stands at first base. 2-1 now.
Nine hits thus far. Kitchener still at the goose egg.
Popped up. This could end the frame. Charlie Towers, a couple feet on the outfield grass, makes the catch to finally end the frame for the Kitchener Panthers. But Barrie gets on the board yet again. They've blown it open. 5-0 after 5 innings. We go to the 6th inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer!
Top of the sixth inning, Baycats have blown it open, a 5-0 lead as we enter the sixth inning. Panthers with some work to do. They've yet to really get to Juan Benitez. They haven't had a base runner since the first inning. Benitez has retired 13 in a row, going back to Yosvani Penalve's walk in the first. There's a fly ball out of play on the right side.
Right into those basketball courts there beside the stadium.
This is Rafi Gross to lead it off. Also led off in the third inning on a first pitch fly out to right. First year with the Panthers, first year in the CBL, in fact. Played his college ball at Texas Southern. There's a shot into left field. That's a base hit. First hit of the game for the Panthers. Gross thought about two. He'll stay at first.
And frankly, the Panthers are just happy to have a man in the area.
Second baseman, number 7, Charlie Towers.
So that'll end Benitez's streak. He retired 13 in a row until Gross's hit there, and he's a threat to steal. He's taken an inching lead. Towers pops it up, could be playable. Cyprian over by the screen. He'll watch it fall in the bleachers.
Pretty decent dent, I think that's what that is in that bench.
Hey, I'll tell you what, these bleachers have been through a lot, considering how many foul pop-ups just meteor into them, you could say. Oh, one, the Towers is inside.
You know, I was tallying up all the stuff in between the inning and, you know, a whole bunch of goose eggs.
On the ground, right side, base hit for Towers. Gross will stop at second. This key is just about 20 feet or so from the infield. He's picking that one up. And just like that, after a dry spell for the Panthers, they're threatening with 2 on, nobody out.
Like I was just saying, a whole bunch of goose eggs, and doesn't seem to get much better there for Benitez. Back-to-back hits.
Panthers do a nice job getting runners on for the top of their order. This is Matteo Zeppieri. First pitch from Benitez. Big swing and a miss from Zeppieri.
Zeppieri, 3 RBIs on the year. Has a triple to his name, so big power available.
Really impressed last year, his first year in the IBL. 6 home runs in 22 games as he whiffs on that one. Hit .289 across those 22 games as well. An OPS just under 1,000, 964. And if you're Pete Kiefer, the manager, and having a guy like this really kickstart your lineup at the number 1 spot. Hoping he'll do just that here, but he's down 0-2 to Benitez. Just outside.
Going into this game, the CBL implemented a new thing on its website. It had a pregame match predictor based off a whole bunch of different stuff. It ran some numbers behind the scenes, all that sort of thing. Chalked this one up to a toss-up game.
1-2, fouled out of play. I noticed that at the start of the season when Kitchener played Toronto in the season opener, and I saw that it was a bit more in favor of Toronto, if I remember, in that specific game. You know, the website on the CBL has vastly improved this year. Obviously, there's still some stuff to be improved, but it's very, very much better than what we saw in the last few years in the IBL. Just the user experience as a whole is much better.
A lot of that matchup prediction stuff that I was talking about, it's based off 2025 stats, so you got to imagine as the season goes, it'll update into recent, hopefully.
Hopefully is the key word there for sure. Up and away on Zeppieri. He's worked it to a 2-2 count. Towers not being held on at first. Gross at second. He's a threat to steal. Pitches inside on Zeppieri. And Baycats dugout didn't like it, and Panthers dugout is fired up.
I think the Panthers dugout was convinced that that clipped him, but didn't see any kind of opposition there from Zeppieri. So, overreaction potentially in the cards. Benitez on the full count.
Gross just 1 steal this year, but hasn't been caught. 3-2, outside. Zeppieri comes back from 0-2 and works a walk, and the bases are loaded.
That's his 7th walk of the year so far.
We'll see a mound visit here from Andrew White. First time Benitez has really had any trouble in this game. Mentioned the 1 base runner he'd allowed to this point was a walk in the first inning, but had gone 1, 2, 3 in the 2nd through the 5th innings, and still nobody out here with the bases loaded. And P.D. Kiefer coming up. Starting to see a little bit more movement in the Baycats bullpen now. Obviously, Andrew White just trying to give the next man up a little bit more time to warm up.
Shortstop number 17, P.D. Kiefer.
P.D. Kiefer has shined in situations like this already this year. 4 for 15 with 7 RBI. It takes a first pitch just outside.
Over in the bullpen right now, I believe I'm seeing Saul Vasquez get moving down there, number 94. He's starting to get loose. Or at least keep the blood flowing.
You are right there. It is Vasquez starting to move. 1-0, called strike. Catches the inside part of the plate. You can see Nolan Macabrota at first base, inching closer to that first base, that infield turf at near first base. That one upstairs on Kiefer. It's 2-1. Panthers were held hitless until this inning. Back-to-back singles by Gross and Towers. A walk by Zeppieri is put the go-ahead run at the plate, or the tying run on deck, pardon me. Kiefer takes a strike.
Had Macabrota in on the Baycats weekly podcast earlier this week. Well, I guess that would be last week now, considering this was a rain game. And had a good conversation with him, as well as a few others.
2-2, driven into the gap in right center field. That one is Going to get down off the wall. I'm not sure if Figueroa saw that one all the way. Cut off by Hernandez. The throw to the plate is in time to get Zeppieri. Right in front of him was Charlie Towers, not that far away, maybe a few feet, just scoring ahead of him. But what a throw from Francisco Hernandez to gun down Zeppieri.
Right fielder number 67, Yosveni Penalve.
So Gross and Towers score. Zeppieri with some speed trying to get around from first is gunned down. That's the first out of the inning. It's a 2 RBI double from Kiefer. And I'll bring up Yosvani Penalve with 1 out. Takes the first pitch strike. Plate's going to go down 9-4-2 with Zeppieri out at the plate, and it's 1-1 here on Penalve. One for Benitez. Up the middle, that is diving stop by Hernandez. The throw to first is wide. Penalve going for second. Macabroda having to go towards the dugout to grab the baseball. Incredible diving stop by Hernandez, but the throw is going to allow Penalve to reach safely and get into scoring position.
Francisco's face in his glove there was not happy about his throw there, just being a little off target.
First error of the game for the Baycats. Not scored a hit for Penalve. Gonna bring up Malik Williams. Popped up out of play. Tying run at the plate now for Kitchener. Just 1 out here in the 6th. Looks like Saul Vasquez is throwing now in the Baycats bullpen. Strike 2 called on Williams.
Not someone that you want to see warming up if you are this Kitchener Panthers squad. 10 Ks so far.
It was really impressive in that start in London a couple weeks ago. Reached and flared out of play again by Williams. It's tough. Again, we talked about earlier the amount of days in between games. Obviously, the rain out for these teams, this game being rescheduled from Saturday, not helping things. But it allows Josh Matlow to see some of these newer arms in different situations, like Vasquez if he comes in relief. 0-2, infield in for Williams, and a nice snag there from Wandy Cyprian, likely saving a run. Still just 1 out. Penalve at second, Kiefer at third. The 1-2 to Williams. Just outside. Cyprian tried to frame that one into the zone.
That Panthers dugout was quite lively. Couldn't really tell what they were screaming about over there, but definitely lively.
Tell they've started to get more vocal as this game goes on, and this inning has really fired them up. 2-2, 1 out. Benitez to Williams. On the ground, foul back towards the on-deck circle. Benitez started this inning around the 53, 56 pitch mark, now at 86. Was super efficient until this point. This now is third time through the Panthers' order. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt. Count is full on Williams.
Wind has died down as the night has gone on, so I was worried about in batting practice that a lot of these big shots would just be going straight up and come right back. But done pretty good.
3-2 on the ground towards first, and it's going to be a tough play for Macabrota, and he makes the tag on Williams for out number 2. The runners will stay put at second and third.
Third baseman, number 5, Yusuke Fuji.
Baycats infield having to play in there, looking to maybe cut down the runner at home if the play was there. Macabrota looking him back to third and having to hustle to get the out at first with Williams. So Yusuke Fuji with 2 out. Baycats defense can relax a little bit. Inside on Fuji. Still representing the tying run. Benitez comes set. The 1-0. In for strike.
Interesting, that pregame ticker does update through the game. It says Baycats 72 favored.
Wow.
72%.
I didn't know that. It's not something I watch when it comes to the game day tracker, but that is very interesting. I did not know. 1-1. Up high on Fuji. Came into today with a .333 on base percentage, trying to extend this inning for Kitchener. 0 for 2 so far today.
Gets on, he'll keep his average in place.
2-1. Called strike, an inside part of the plate in favor of Benitez. Benitez trying to get out of the jam in what looks to be the last inning of work for him tonight. At 92 pitches. 2-2, 2 out. He deals. Called strike 3! Fuji doesn't like it, but Benitez gets out of the jam. Kitchener does get on the board, however. 2 runs across thanks to a double by Petey Kiefer. The Baycats still holding a 3-run lead heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
Hilo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Jersey Mike's is sub above. Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Sixth inning is brought to you by Pure and Simple, the better breakfast brand located at 521 Bayfield Street, just minutes from the stadium.
Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Kitchener plated 2 in the top half. Baycats still with a 5-2 lead over the first place Panthers. Brett Reed back out for his first full inning of work. And a big swing and miss on the first pitch by Wandy Cyprian. Mentioned earlier, this is Reed's first outing of the season. He's the longest tenured member of this Panthers team. First year back in 2022, where he began as a starter, 10 starts that year, but has really transitioned well to this Panthers bullpen. But trying to bring his ERA below double digits. 11.5 last year through 18 innings. And a whip above 3. So opportunity for a bounce-back season here out of the bullpen for the Exeter native. 0-2 is in the dirt.
Do I see a career 11.60 ERA? Ooh.
One-two from the right-hander. Lifted into left field. Having to come in is Zeppieri, and he makes the catch, 1 down. I mentioned it a bit earlier, but I did want to shout out a game that happened on this field earlier today. Collingwood Collegiate Institute won the GBSSA Baseball Championship. That's the regional high school championship in the Barrie and Simcoe County area. They beat Holy Trinity from Bradford 11-2 in what was Game 3 of a best-of-3 series. First pitch to Clayton Keys is lifted into right field. Penalve over to make the catch, 2 down. It was a very thrilling 3-game series, really close doubleheader yesterday for the first 2 games. But the standout was Lucas Sproul, 11th grade pitcher who had 15 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings yesterday in Game 2. Kept Collingwood in it after they lost Game 1. Added another strikeout in 1 inning of relief in Game 3. He was named the MVP of the tournament.
Don't blame him. Practically got everyone out that he faced on his own.
First pitch called a strike on Noel McGarry-Doyle, and I can show you my scorebook because I have it in this scorebook. It's crazy to just see K after K after K. 0-1. And they're not here today, but our producer-director, Brian Backland, he was the home plate umpire for today's Game 3, and usually our official scorer, Gary Mason, was also on the umpiring crew for the series as well, so a bit more of a Baycats staff connection to that as well. So congratulations to the Fighting Owls of Collingwood. They're back-to-back champs. They're going to OFSA for a second consecutive year. 2-1, up and away. (3-1) here on Noel McGarry-Doyle. Reed's delivery. Swing and a miss. Count back up to full.
McGarry-Doyle single in the last inning, made it all the way around back home. So nothing to scoff at here, looking to put it through.
Up the middle, tough play, it's through for a base hit. Kiefer slid, couldn't come up with it. And a 2-out knock for Noel McGarry-Doyle will extend this inning.
Baycats have only had 1 inning thus far without a hit to their name. Keep in mind that on every inning, they've also let people on base at the end, but regardless, a lot of hits, and of course those 5 points in those last 2 innings, doing them some good on the scoreboard, no doubt.
So Brandon Hernandez, RBI single as last time. First pitch from Reed is a breaking ball outside. There's a lefty up in the Baycats bullpen. Looks to be Saul Vasquez. 1-0, McGarry Doyle off. The throw down from Ibarra is in time. McGarry Doyle can't believe it, but a great throw down from one of the best defensive catchers in the CBL. Junior Ibarra cuts down Noel McGarry Doyle, ends the frame. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 5-2 Baycats on Baycats TV.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's Up. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the 7th inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Barrie Baycats hold a 5-2 lead over the first-placed Kitchener Panthers. This game rescheduled from Saturday. It's been a beautiful night at the ballpark. A new pitcher in the ball game. Second appearance of the year for Braden Pakala.
As you mentioned, that one appearance so far, he's got his 1 inning down, 2 strikeouts in that effort. And opening ball.
That was in that one appearance, the opening night win against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Moving quickly here against Junior Ibarra, strike 2 called. And that outing for him, he had just made the trip from school. He attends West Virginia Tech in West Virginia, Division II program, and had just made the trip from school to play in the game, arrived maybe half an hour before first pitch. But ready to pitch. You ended up closing out that game in the 9th inning. 2-1 is outside on Ibarra.
A couple years prior, playing for the Baycats, 1-2 record across those 2 other years, and 3.5 ERA, 22 innings pitched last year, fistful of strikeouts, 22 that, and
fly ball into right center field, and it's going to be Edgar Figueroa making the catch for out number 1. Yeah, last year, Pakala very much a candidate for if there was a comeback player of the year award. Just the way he went from an ERA above 8.3 to 3.57. And I don't think that 3.57 really describes how good his season was last year. Really a shutdown arm in a Baycats bullpen that had struggled periodically through the season and was really kind of a solidifying force in the back end. First pitch to Josh Williams is low and away. So Juan Benitez getting through first 6 innings of work in his first start of the year. As another one's low and away to Williams. 2 strikeouts, 2 earned runs for Benitez on his first start of the year. Allowed just 3 hits and a walk. That one just looked like that one's just inside on Williams. Baycats fans not happy with that call, but Williams will reach for the first time.
Center fielder number 14, Rafael Gross.
Rafi Gross had the first hit off of Benitez last inning, kind of started that threatening inning where Kitchener played it 2. 1 out here, he takes the first pitch inside. Mentioned Saul Vasquez throwing in the Baycats bullpen earlier. It was Pakla as well. Vasquez still up and moving. That one's floated out of play, foul. Ten hits so far for Barrie, 5 runs on the board, 1 error. Kitchener 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors. 1-1. Popped up again. It's going to slice out of play, foul.
Man, every time I see one of those foul balls go out of play, the camp counselor brain in me from every summer for the last 5 years tells me, oh my God, some kid is going to run their head through that wall. Or through that fence, rather. I mean, you live and you learn.
1-2 here on Gross. Pakla's pitch, just high. Very modest lead for Josh Williams at first base. Not expected to attempt to steal, especially on the lefty Pakala. 2-2. And that one catches Gross up high. At least it sounded like it, maybe off of Cyprian's glove. Nonetheless, it's a 3-2 count. And Williams advances to second base.
Not quite sure what happened there. They're going to call it, yeah, just wild pitch. And pinch runner.
A pinch runner's going to come in here for Williams. Pinch runner, guys. Can't quite catch the number. Again, we talked about these Panther uniforms. And that's Jamie Cabral. He's going to be pinch running here for Williams. He's on second. 3-2 pitch, 1 out to Rafi Gross. In the dirt, ball 4.
Pinch running for the Panthers at second base, Jamie Cabral.
So back-to-back walks issued by Braden Pakala prompts a mound visit from Andrew White. Zane Scansey. There's going to be a pinch hitter here for Kitchener in place of Charlie Towers. And the whole infield converging here for this mound visit. Tying run yet again at the plate for Kitchener.
Pinch hitting for the Panthers, number 12, Zane Scansey.
Scansey so far 4 for 12 in his first 4 games in the CBL. He's an American import. And runner goes from second. Cabral trying for third. The throw goes way wide into left field. nowhere close for Odd to be able to make a play on that. Cabral scores, and it's 5-3 Barrie. Unfortunate throw there from Cyprian. It looked like he had a shot, had the throw been accurate, but nowhere even close to third base. In the meantime, Gross moves up to second, also a threat to steal. Popped out of play just off the top of the screen by Scansey.
Between Josh Williams and Jamie Cabral, they made it the entire way around without once having to touch that ball.
Gross dancing in the lead at second. Another one popped out of play off the bat of Scansey. Scansey, highly touted prospect out of high school. He played at Utah and then later Creighton, a couple of Division I programs, but had his college career hampered by injuries and eventually transferred to Campbellsville, an NAIA school. And he's called out on strikes there. He doesn't like the call. And that's a key second out of the inning for Braden Pakala.
And the ka-ching sound effect is back in
Left
business.
fielder, number 1, Matteo Zeppieri.
And one last note on Scansey there. I mentioned Campbellsville. That's where he met Yusuke Fuji. They were teammates there, and I'm sure that connection helps bring Scansey to Kitchener this year. Matteo Zeppieri up for the fourth time. He takes the first pitch strike. And another opportunity for him here to drive in a run.
There was a whole lot of lack of charging in that call.
0-1, 2 outs. Gross lead at second and taken high by Zeppieri. The right-hander now throwing in the Baycats bullpen. 1-1, call the strike, and that one is hotly contested by Zeppieri. He thinks that one was low. Brady Encarnacion throwing in the Baycats bullpen, the righty. 1-2, 2 outs. Pitch from Pakala in the dirt. Not seeing any action in the Panthers bullpen. Looks like Brett Reed will get the next half inning of work. Pakala's pitch, line shot into right field, coming in his Keys. He'll make the grab to end the inning. Kitchener plates one more. They're limited the deficit to just 2 as it's stretch time at Athletic Culture Stadium. Baycats hold a 5-3 lead heading to the bottom of the 7th.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Seventh inning is brought to you by Wild Wing Barrie. Go ahead, Baycats, get wild.
Welcome back to Athletic Culture Stadium. Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. Bottom 7, Baycats. They got out to a 5-0 lead, now 5-3. 2 runs in the 6th and another in the 7th for Kitchener. Brett Reed still pitching with in a deficit here. He'll face Brandon Hernandez. Takes first pitch strike. Saw Brady Encarnacion up in the bullpen earlier for Barrie and questioned whether that might be the end for Braden Pakala after that inning of work. That one just outside on Hernandez.
Looked like Hernandez was almost surprised at the result of that one.
1-1 from Reed. Up high. It's hard not to swing at those pitches. Saw Hernandez offer at it a little bit.
Say, it just looked like it was lobbed right in there for him. I don't blame him for taking a look at it.
Well, those pitches are so close to your eyes. It just makes the ball look bigger and more appetizing. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Speaking of appetizing, he saw that one. Full course meal. Tried to take it. Not quite.
2-2. Reed's pitch. Called strike 3. Hernandez doesn't like the call. First strikeout for Brett Reed.
Center fielder number 13, Edgar Figueroa.
Figueroa, we talked about him in the pregame, we were talking about, like I said, pregame, had a very, very good game against Welland. This one, he's been a little sluggish, had his hit over in that first inning, and has been a little silent since.
First time he'll face Brett Reed. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Hernandez was up after Noel McGarry-Doyle caught stealing to end the 6th. You gotta wonder how much that sudden move so far up into the order, what that does for Figueroa mentally.
Well, you gotta imagine it's a ton more pressure. Like, you're moving up from that 6 slot all the way up to 3. Maybe not quite comfortable yet in that spot.
(2-0), swing and a miss, an inside pitch. Figueroa no business hitting that ball.
Baycats cannot seem to crack through Brett Reed.
Reed comes set. 2-1 to Figueroa. Shows bunt again. Popped up. It's going to get down and trickle foul. Figueroa very lucky that ball just kept moving further and further away from Ibarra. I'm surprised Ibarra didn't take a diving stab at it.
Probably didn't want to ruin its chance of actually rolling foul instead of him punting it back into the infield.
It's another life here for Figueroa, but now down on 2 strikes.
We are saying that tracker updates. It's gone down a little bit, not by much, but a couple percent.
Called strike 3 again. Figueroa goes down looking, as did Hernandez. Back-to-back Ks to start the inning for Reed.
DH number 27, Ryan Rio.
A little bit of hitting the post there. Sound like we're straight off a radio show for Ryan Rio's walk-up. I will admit, probably my favorite walk-up song out of everyone.
I've been a big Hardy guy lately, so I'm loving Noah Macabrodas. First pitch to Ryan Rio is just outside. Looking across the league, one other game active right now. Top of the 9th inning in Guelph, and the Jackfish up 6-1 on the Royals. 1-0 again outside on Rio. I wonder if, with Brett Reed, a lot of experience here against Rio. These guys have been in the league for a few years against each other, not trying to pitch to Rio's strengths here. Nobody on, 2 out. 2-0 to Rio. Drifts inside. He takes it for a ball.
You're talking about Macarona's walk up there. It was almost significantly different. We asked him this when he was on the Baycats Weekly On Deck podcast. He said, the entire roster seems to have rap on there, and that's what he was going with, but opted out.
3-0. Rio offers at it, goes around. I know Noah McElroy. He's a big country guy. And I know he was at Boots and Hearts Music Festival last year, and I don't doubt that country might have been on his mind first before rap. I know Noah Hull's the same, as Rio takes a 2-out walk.
Second baseman number 0.
Said his song was inspired by his buddy's ranch out in Texas that he goes out to. So spends a whole bunch of time there. Figured might as well honor the place with it.
Mentioned he was there over the off season, did some training there as well. Francisco Hernandez is 2 for 3, scored twice. Takes the first pitch strike. Rio being held on by Williams, but not really a threat to run. Another pitch taken for a strike by Hernandez.
Oh, 2 count with 2 outs, a little sketchy. Can't afford to let that momentum swing entirely.
Crowd has quieted down a little bit since sunset, as another called third strike on the Baycats. Brett Reed strikes out the side in the 7th. Panthers another chance to tie this game up. They come up in the top of the 8th inning, down 5-3 to the Baycats on Baycats TV.
At Park Place, the latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike Sub. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Top of the 8th inning, and it's back to the top of the order.
At bat now for the Kitchener Panthers.
Excuse me. Back to number 2 spot in the order for the Panthers. It'll be Petey Kiefer leading off against another new arm in the game for the Baycats, righty Brady Encarnacion.
Got to worry about the Baycats here. Make sure you're not going through too many arms in this game. Like we said, whole bunch of games coming up on the schedule this week.
First pitch taken for a strike by Kiefer. I think if you're Josh Matlow, knowing you have games tomorrow and Thursday on the road, you don't want to burn your pitchers out. Obviously, Pakala might be good again tomorrow and or Thursday with only the 1 inning pitched. It is a limited bullpen, but it is a very versatile one at that. Especially when, as a 1-0, it hits Kiefer. And a leadoff base runner here for the Panthers will bring the tying run to the plate. Especially if one of Frank Garces, Juan Mejia, or Saul Vasquez will be in the bullpen for both of the remaining games. So that allows a little bit more flexibility for Matlow to manage his arms for the rest of the week. Again, there is another game on Saturday when the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers come to town.
That makes the last 3 base runners all walked batters. Of course, one way or another, whether hit by pitch or just walk properly.
First pitch taken for a strike by Penalve.
Eight Ks already on the year. 4 innings pitched.
And Cornerstone's been very impressive in his first couple weeks with the Baycats. 0-1, up the middle, off the rubber, and back towards shortstop. Wicked dives there from Brendan Hernandez, who couldn't come up with that. A wicked bounce off the rubber on the mound. And a base hit there.
That often.
Yeah, base hit there for Penalve. You definitely do not see that very often.
Number 35, Malik Williams.
So Kitchener threatening yet again. 2 on, nobody out. And the former Baycat steps to the plate.
This would be one heck of a way to bid farewell to his old team.
Takes the first pitch strike. Williams 0 for 3 so far. The 0-1. That one's outside. Kiefer is a threat to run, and if he does, expect Penalve to be right behind him. Can't count out a double steal attempt here with nobody out. One. Foul tip into the glove, strike 2. Long look in here from Encarnacion. Finally comes set. Looks back at the runner. The 1-2 is outside yet again.
Starting to stretch on time here as we hit that 10 p.m. mark. At 7:38 roughly. We were actually pretty on time on the start.
Runner goes. A pitch is fouled back by Malik Williams. Saw Kiefer go. Penalve did not get the start off of first base.
You were pretty certain there on the call. They'd both go running, but just didn't move.
Well, not a bad idea for the Panthers to test Wandy Cyprian's arm yet again after the wide throw at third on Jamie Cabral's stolen base. 2-2. Poked out to right field. Clayton Keys in to make the catch, and the runner will tag, and he can't make the catch. He drops the ball. Looked like an easy catch. Here comes Kiefer, the plate in time. So they cut down Kiefer. Malik Williams moves up to third. Penalve to third. Williams at second. Not sure what happened there with Clayton Keys. Not sure if he lost that ball in the lights, but looked like an easy fly out to right field.
Third baseman.
And nearly cost Barrie a run.
Fuji.
Yusuke Fuji steps in and swings and misses. Infield in for Barrie with 1 out. Penalve at third, Williams at second. And the ball gets by Cyprian. Here comes Penalve. Play at the plate, not going to be one. It's a 1-run game. Penalve coming in on the pass ball. Williams moves up to third. And what looked to be a game blown wide open by the Baycats in the 5th. It puts the tying run at third base. Go-ahead run at the plate in Fuji. Still just 1 out. Infield remains in for Barrie. 1-1. Upstairs.
Just an unfortunate turn of events for the Baycats. One mishap after another for this last couple innings now.
It's going to go down likely as an unearned run against Encarnacion. See how this inning shapes out. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
He was swinging at that one almost at shoulder level there.
Junior Ibarra on deck. 2-2, 1 out. Pitch to Fuji is upstairs again. Fans obviously not happy with the calls here by home plate umpire Daniel Newell. Nonetheless, the count is full. A 5-4 game. Pitch to Fuji, popped out of play. Fuji saw that one all the way in.
Yeah, I wish those kids luck. That thing is not being found.
You'd be surprised. There's some scavengers out there for sure. Infield in for Barrie. We'll do it again. Another 3-2 to Fuji is low and in. 1 out walk. Runners at the corners yet again for the Panthers. And I'll put the go-ahead run on base and bring up Junior Ibarra.
Catcher number 48, Junior Ibarra.
No action in the Baycats bullpen. This is all on Brady Encarnacion. 1 out, 2 on. Tying run 90 feet away here in the top of the 8th.
See, there's one big thing I had in my notes that the Baycats had that pitching advantage, at least just on straight stats. Still early, but a little bit sketchier now is that call that I made pregame.
Encarnacion peppering in those first pitch strikes, gets another one here on Ibarra. Yeah, it's still early in the season. I'm not sure if I would look at any team stats and chalk it up to anything meaningful. I would probably wait till All-Star break, something like that. CBL All-Star Weekend in Chatham, Kent this year. First time the franchise will host its 3rd season. 0-1. That one outside. Fuji could be a threat to run, especially with 1 out here. He had 8 stolen bases last year. Already has 1 this year.
Generous lead out at first.
Has not been caught yet this year. He goes, and there's going to be some batter interference potentially. You know, yep, they call a runner out or batter out, pardon me, and move Fuji back to first. You can see Cyprian trying to step forward and make that throw down to second. Ibarra getting in his way. Here comes Pete Kiefer to have his argument. Daniel Newell explaining his judgment. And no matter how you shake it, that's a key second out for Barrie. Obviously some confusion there. Ibarra thought he might have still had the at-bat continuing, but he was called out by Newell. So 2 out. Jamie Cabral will step up to the plate for the first time.
Now batting number 2, Jamie Cabral.
So Fuji remains at first. So Malik Williams again at third, representing the tying run. First pitch to Cabral is outside. Cabral, his third season in the CBL, was previously with the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2024. He's 2 for 10 so far this year for the first 3 games. Pops it up. Will it be playable? Towards the screen, Cyprian. Watch it, flies over.
Great chance for Encarnacion to really hold this Kitchener squad at bay here and bail out the Baycats.
There's action in both bullpens. Carlos Sano up for Barrie, and another, looks like a right-hander up for the Panthers. We'll have that momentarily. 1-1, runner goes, swing through, the throw down, nearly hits Encarnacion, but it gets away. Malik Williams will score, and this game is tied. Defense has fallen apart for the Baycats late in this game, and their 5-run lead is no more. Looks like that'll go down as likely an E4, potentially, off the glove of Hernandez on the short hop. Fuji at second. Here's the pitch from Encarnacion, foul back to the screen.
That momentum swinging a little more aggressively now.
So give the stolen base to Fuji. Williams coming in to score on the error. Encarnacion's pitch on the ground to second. Scooped by Hernandez. The throw to first is in time. And finally, for the Baycats, they get out of the frame, but not before the Panthers tie it. 2 more come across. These Baycats, they thrive in these tight games. There'll be another one if they want to win tonight. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-5 between Kitchener and Barrie at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Eighth inning brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch, and it's a tie ball game, bottom of the 8th inning. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Kitchener Panthers, left-hander Jake Liberta. He'll face Nolan Macabroda to start. Third appearance of the year for Liberta. The first pitch is outside. Was 1-0 through 5 games last year, being his first year in the Intercounty Baseball League. 11.25 ERA last year with 1 save. Pitch is called a strike, 1-1. So far this year, 4 2/3 innings across 2 appearances, a 5.79 ERA. The 1-1 of Macabroda. Shot out into center field, but it will hang up for Raffy Gross. 1 down.
Third baseman number 26, Adam Odd.
Adam Odd will step in. Wandy Cyprian on deck. It's been a wild last few innings between these teams. That's led us to this point. It was a 5-0 Barrie lead. Kitchener has come back. As Odd shoots that one to center field, going back and seeing it go off the wall is Gross. He'll pick it up at the track. It's going to be a stand-up double for Adam Odd, and that'll get the Baycats dugout fired up again.
And this Baycats team needed a spark in a huge way.
Catcher number 21,
Wandy Cyprian already had a 2-run RBI in this game. He's 2 of 3 in at-bats so far. Can he go 3 for 4?
He needs some redemption after some defensive miscues have allowed the Panthers to come back, and this is a good opportunity for that. Lefty Liberta deals, and it's lifted right side, and it's going to slice and drop just in front of Malik Williams on the track on the way towards the Baycats bullpen.
It's a little spooky there. I thought he had the tracking down.
Williams just couldn't catch up with it. Would have been a tough play over the shoulder. Might have had to basket that on that catch. Nonetheless, 0-1 to Cyprian. On at second. The pitch lined to short, caught by Kiefer. The throw to second is in time. And a double play will get Kitchener out of it and stop the Baycats' threat. Unfortunate luck for Wandy Cyprian and Adam Odd. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 9th. 5-5 between Barrie and Kitchener on Baycats TV.
Hilo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you there.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
At bat for the Panthers.
5-5. Barrie Kitchener, top of the ninth inning. Julius Hern, ATN Skitch with you for what is living up to be a thrilling finish. If Barrie wants to win this game, they will have to do it in walk-off fashion. Brady Encarnacion out for inning number 2. He'll face Rafi Gross. And first pitch is up and in. Unfortunate end to the 8th inning for Barrie. A line drive double play off the bat of Wandy Cyprian with Adam Odd at second base. Nothing Odd could have done to avoid that. 1-0. Swing and miss by Gross. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning. You can see how Jake Liberta was fired up on his way back to the Panthers dugout. The 1-1. Call a strike. Gross 1 for 2 tonight. He's singled and scored and walked in the 7th. Was stranded. First time facing Encarnacion. And he calls time. You know how tense these games are. There's some points where you can really you can hear a pin drop in this ballpark. The 1-2. That one's away. It's 2-2. There is action in the Panthers bullpen. We'll have that for you momentarily. Here's the 2-2. Cut on it, missed. Encarnacion strikes out Gross to start the 9th inning.
It's the exact start that Barrie needed, and it's still going to stay scary. Of course, Barrie still undefeated here at home, trying to keep that streak alive.
Yeah, Barrie 2-1 the season. Both those wins coming here at Athletic Culture Stadium. The loss on the road in London. Zane Scanty up for the second time. He pops that one up out of play. Came in as a pinch hitter for Charlie Towers, who went 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run scored. Pitch from Encarnacion up and in. Encarnacion really taking his time here. Not rushed. Nobody on. 1-1, 1 out. Called strike. Fans getting behind Brady Encarnacion. He struck out Gross. Looking for another K here in the 9th. 1-2. Poked out to right. Clayton Keys on his way back. He will drift in and make the catch for out number 2. Bit of redemption after a 8th inning error led to a couple runs.
Left fielder number 1, Matteo Zeppieri.
Back to the top of the order for Kitchener. It's Matteo Zeppieri.
Had one trip around the bases, of course, caught up on that trying to get back into home. His only trip around the base coming off the back of a walk back in the 6th.
It was a 9-4-2 relay that got him out at the plate. And Charlie Towers was right in front of him, maybe not even 10 feet in front of him, scoring just ahead of him. It was a play you don't see very often, but Wandy Cyprian getting the tag on him. 1-1 now.
Crazy movement on that pitch.
Encarnacion's been very impressive, and I've talked about this with Ben Davy as well. He looks to be the guy that could be the setup man to Carlos Sano, who has been warming up earlier today. Called strike. It looks like Sano will likely be the guy for extra innings should we get there. One-two again. Encarnacion to Zeppieri. Inside, doesn't get the call. Wandy Cyprian thought he had the call. Gives Zeppieri some new life. As you mentioned, Etienne 0 for 3 with a walk. First time he's faced Encarnacion as well. 2-2 is inside. Nearly in on the hands of Zeppieri there. Not much room for error. 3-2, 2 out. Petey Kiefer on deck. Encarnacion trying to end this inning on one pitch. Pitch to Zeppieri. Called strike 3. Zeppieri doesn't like it, but it's big for the Baycats. They go 1-2-3 in the ninth and a chance to walk it off in the bottom half of the inning. Still 5-5. We go to the bottom of the ninth here at Athletic Kulture Stadium.
Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round. Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
What makes Jersey Mike's a sub above? Is it the premium meats and cheeses, sliced on the spot and piled high on their in-store baked bread? Or could it be their hot, freshly grilled subs? How about all of the above? Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Ninth inning brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Julius Hern along with Etienne Skitch, and if the Baycats want to win this, we mentioned earlier, they'll have to do it in walk-off fashion. It'll be Clayton Keys to lead it off against left-hander Jake Liberta for Kitchener. And Etienne, this is a Baycats team that really thrives off the late-game heroics as we saw last week against Welland.
Say extra innings came down to in that finals rivalry, and regardless, that one, of course, Baycats walked away with it, looking to pull out some more heroics like you mentioned.
The 0-1 just outside. Clayton Keys 0 for 3 so far, reached on an error back in the third, flew out in the sixth and struck out in the fourth. Looking to be the hero for Barrie tonight. Could be one swing of the bat. The 1-1. Just outside. Looked at the same location as the 0-1. It'll be Keys, then McGarry Doyle, and Brandon Hernandez. 9-1-2 in the Barrie order. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Home run cut there from Clayton Keys. It's 2-2. Liberta taking his time. Second inning of work. Lefty deals. Inside on Keys. Count is full.
Had to weave his way around that one was Keys. And like you mentioned, one swing of the bat, all it would take to send everyone home.
3-2 to Keys. Fouled off. Looks like Carlos Sano is ready to go in the Baycats bullpen should it get to extra innings. No movement so far, at least right now, in the Panthers bullpen. As Liberto's asking for a new baseball. Tense as always in these late innings here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Kudos to these fans who've stuck it out on a rescheduled game date to see this one through. 5-5, bottom of the ninth. 3-2 count here. Liberta pitch to Keys. Called strike 3. Tough call there for Clayton Keys. He goes down looking to begin the bottom of the ninth. Back to the top for Barrie. Noel McGarry-Doyle looking to be a walk-off candidate himself. 2 for 4 tonight. Scored after a single in the 5th.
Can't forget the playoff heroics last year. Had 3 home runs in the playoffs alone.
That one's called a strike, and the Baycats dugout does not like that call, to say the least. Josh Matlin taking a few more steps out to talk to Brandon Hernandez, and he has some words for first base umpire James Lyles. I think he was ejected from this game. Just the way that James Lyles has been motioning his hands, it was a quiet ejection, not a whole lot of flair to it.
They just tossed him.
And here comes Josh Matlow to have his 2 cents.
Stay with Josh. Stay with Josh.
So Brandon Hernandez saw him. He still has some words after he leaves the field of play. He's on his way back to the clubhouse. Josh Matlow having a conversation with James Lyles. He's still talking as he's on his way to the clubhouse. I will say, I've neglected to say this until now, but Daniel Newell, as a name, as an umpire, I have not seen at this ballpark in my time covering the IBL and CBL. 0-1 to McGarry-Doyle's cut on and missed. So I understand the frustration of these players seeing a new face behind the plate and not understanding the strike zone.
Guess the better question in this case is who steps up into that 2-hole spot.
And it looks like it's going to be Noah Hall to pinch hit. The 0-2 just outside. So 1-2 here on Noel McGarry-Doyle. Looks like it will be Noah Hall. He's about to step into the on-deck circle after a conversation with manager Josh Matlow. The 1-2 to McGarry-Doyle popped out of play. Liberta comes set, the 1-2. That one's low and in. You got to wonder if that extended discussion and that pause in play allowed McGarry-Doyle to reset a little bit.
These fans are still letting him have it.
2-2, 1 out. Popped up, foul again out of play on the left side. Noah Hall on deck. Another 2-2 coming from Jake Liberta. Deals. On the ground, up the middle, snared by Liberta. The throw down to first is in time.
Wow, what a play.
Lucky for the lefty to have spun around and snagged that ball off the mound. And you can tell he's fired up. 2 outs now in the ninth. There'll be Noah Hall to step in. Hall slots in for Brandon Hernandez, who was ejected moments ago. He fouls the first pitch off his leg. A few more throws for Carlos Sano in the Baycats bullpen. Again, there is more movement in Kitchener's bullpen as well. Can't quite catch the number.
Wish I could be of help.
The 0-1 is just outside. Again, we talked about the uniforms earlier. Like they are hard to see. Like it is hard to see the numbers on these Kitchener Road uniforms. Like if there was a defensive change, I might not be able to find it. 1-1 to Hall. Swing and a miss.
Hull is trying to send this thing to the moon with those swings.
What a story that would be. Pinch hitter faces a 1-2 count against Jake Liberta. The pitch, that one's low. Doesn't seem Hull has been too eager to at the plate in this short notice plate appearance. Edgar Figueroa on deck should he reach. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Jake Liberta, who is fired up yet again. And this game is going to extra innings. Bonus baseball at Athletic Culture Stadium. It's 5-5 between Barrie and Kitchener here on Baycats TV.
Join Team BKGC. Inside 17,000 square feet of dedicated gymnastic space, athletes of every age and level come together. Whether you're just starting out or building advanced skills, there's a place for you here. BKGC, building confidence, community, and champions since 1965. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
We are into extra innings at Athletic Culture Stadium. Julius Hern, ATN Skitch along with you for the ride. And it has been a thrilling game so far. Barrie getting out to a 5-0 lead after 5. Kitchener has come back since. 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. And we sit here coming into the 10th, 5-5 between the Baycats and the first place Panthers. Petey Kiefer to lead things off for Kitchener, followed by Yosvani Penalve and Malik Williams. Runner at second base is Matteo Zeppieri, last out of the 9th. Back-to-back home games into extra innings for the Baycats. Carlos Sano pitched in the 10th of that game, and he'll pitch in the 10th inning of this game as well. First pitch, showing bunt is Kiefer. It's called a strike. A couple other defensive changes after Noah Hall pinch hit for Brandon Hernandez. He comes in, he plays third. Francisco Hernandez moves from second to shortstop, while Adam Odd moves from third base to second base. Corners in defensively for Barrie. Pitch. Gets the bunt down. Cyprian has a play on it. He's going to throw to first, and it's in time with Adam Odd covering for the first out of the inning. Zeppieri moves over to third.
Right fielder number 67, Yosveni Tandalde.
So the infield fully moved in onto the turf for Barrie now with Penalve up. Runner at third. This tends to be the scenario, and that a lot of teams go with in extra innings. Runner on second base, you just get a sacrifice right away. It moves the go-ahead run 90 feet away. First pitch from Sano is called a strike.
Snow in that Welland Jackfish game. Couple of strikeouts, 1 hit, 2 runs allowed. But, of course, it's expected when you're against that high-quality caliber of a team.
It was thrilling extra innings. 2 runs in the top half of the 10th, 3 in the bottom half for Barrie in that win. Nice block there from Cyprian on the spiked fastball. Sano ends up getting the win in that game. Typically coming in as a closer in his regular role, but so far this season he's only been put into win-loss situations. Just by the way the schedule shakes out, I guess. 1-1, 1 out. Pitch is foul back.
Well, we thought that he was going to come in a whole inning earlier and he would suit that closer spot, but beat out our predictions.
Sano, the 33-year-old from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, 3rd year in the league. Second outing of the year. It's 1-2 now on Penalve. The pitch, flared foul again, out of play. Penalve singled and scored in the 8th inning, also had a first inning walk. It was 1 for 3 on the night. Snow looking in for a long time. Here's the 1-2, just low. Penalve almost doing a Juan Soto style shuffle there. The way you saw that pitch into the glove of Wandy Cyprian. Malik Williams on deck, the former Baycat. Another long look in from Sano. Finally comes set, and Penalve calls time.
Just checking his nerve there. Seeing how long he's willing to sit there.
Anything to mess up the timing if you're Sano. 2-2 from Sano. Slash foul again. That's funny. Penalve's put together a great plate appearance here. It's been 6 pitches already. Zeppieri at third. 2-2, 1 out. Sano deals. That's a fly ball. Could be playable, but tough for anyone to get over there. Ends up drifting out of play into the Kitchener bullpen. It'll be Figueroa, Rio, and Francisco Hernandez due up in the bottom half of the 10th. Snow looking back at Zepieri. His delivery. Swung on and missed. Huge strikeout there for Carlos Sano, and a big second out for Barrie.
Sano tallies up another one, and you're running out of chances here if you're this Panthers squad.
Malik Williams steps in yet again against his former team. 0 for 4 on the night so far, and what a story it would be if he ended up being the hero for his new squad. Baycats infield moves back to regular depth. First pitch to Williams on the ground. Francisco Hernandez, the throw is in time. Macabrota just barely stayed on the first base bag. Williams is retired, and the Baycats hold the Panthers scoreless in the top half of the 10th. We go to the bottom half. Chance to walk it off for Barrie. 5-5 at Athletic Culture Stadium.
About doing a renovation, but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
The juice is the best way to add zing to your Jersey Mike's Up. Real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. And I like a lot of juice. Pour it on. Go ahead. Go on. I can take it.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. Silo Athletics, opening this July in South Barrie off Bryn, a premium indoor training facility for baseball and soccer, offering camps, team sessions, and high-energy birthday parties, built for athletes, teams, and families all year round.
Could we see another Baycats walk-off win this early in the season? We're about to find out. Bottom of the 10th inning, 5-5 between Barrie and Kitchener. Julius Hern along with ATN Skitch. Jake Liberta back out for another full inning of work. This one to be his third inning. It'll be Edgar Figueroa to lead off for Barrie, followed by Ryan Rio, Francisco Hernandez. Noah Hull is the runner at second base. First pitch is in the dirt. Carlos Sano held the Panthers scoreless in the top half, putting the winning run at second base for Barrie here in the bottom half. Yusuke Fuji in at third. The pitch to Figueroa, swinging a miss. Etienne, you surprised he's not going for a bunt here?
I don't mind the big swing because realistically, you move the guy up, sure, you do that much, but it's all about can you actually get him home. I don't mind taking a big shot at it.
Need a ball in play here. The 1-1. He does play down the bunt. Fuji comes in. Here's the throw to first, and it's off the glove of Williams. Here comes Hall, and the Baycats will win it.
Back-to-back walk-offs for Barrie, and back-to-back off of errors, mind you.
Baycats defense fell victim to some errors earlier, and another one by Kitchener was the last straw. The Baycats walk it off here in the 10th inning, 6-5 over Kitchener, and I just kind of led you on to maybe the bunt potential here from Edgar Figueroa, and he does just that to end the game.
You know, you had the perfect call on it. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there. I thought that he was going to keep going. Clearly had him figured out there, show bunt a couple times. or show big swing a couple times, go for the bunt at the end. You had it on the nose.
Carlos Sano is your winning pitcher, his second win of the year. Jake Liberta gets the loss, his first of the season. Baycats back-to-back walk-off wins. This one 6-5. They're back in action tomorrow night at Christie Pitts in Toronto. Meanwhile, the Panthers, they will host the London Majors at Jack Couch Park on Thursday evening. For Julius Hern, ATN Skitch, our entire Baycats TV crew, we thank you so much for joining us for another Baycats win, 6-5 over Kitchener, here on Baycats TV and Rogers and Barrie.